The following is a special presentation of the News Channel 5 network. Campaign 06, a Senate forum. Candidates Bob Corker and Harold Ford Jr. debate the issues.
Everyone. I'm Dina Claiborne, President of the League of Women Voters of Tennessee. We welcome you to the Tennessee Statewide Senate Candidate Forum. Tonight's co-sponsors are WTVF News Channel 5 in Nashville and Vanderbilt University. On November 7th, we will decide who our next Tennessee senator will be. It is a powerful office. But the most powerful office in our democracy is the one held by each of you, the voters. It is your decision. Use your power. Vote in this election. The League of Women Voters is a strictly nonpartisan organization. We do not endorse candidates for public office. Each of our co-sponsors has agreed to maintain a nonpartisan stance as well. There are 7 candidates running in this Senate race. The 2 candidates appearing tonight were selected by the League of Women Voters in accordance with criteria made available to the public and posted on our website at lwvtn.org. The questions you will be hearing tonight were submitted by individual citizens and public interest groups in Tennessee. We are coming to you live from the Ingram Hall at the Blair School of Music at the Vanderbilt campus. It is now my great honor to introduce Michael Schoenfeld, Vice Chancellor for Public Affairs at Vanderbilt University.
Thank you, Dina, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to Ingram Hall on the campus of Vanderbilt University in Nashville, Tennessee. Vanderbilt is pleased and honored to be hosting this historic and important forum for the United States Senate seat from the state of Tennessee. We urge each of you to vote for the candidates of your choice on November 7th. And again, welcome to Vanderbilt and enjoy the evening. Thank you.
I introduce you now to our moderator for the evening, veteran news anchor and a friendly face to all, Chris Clark.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The 2 candidates appearing here tonight, I think you know them well. Chattanooga Mayor Bob Corker, U.S. Congressman Harold Ford Jr. Each of the candidates will make a 2-minute opening statement. Now, this will be followed by a series of questions which the first candidate speaking will speak for 1 minute and 30 seconds. The second speaker will have 2 minutes. Then the first speaker will have an additional 30 seconds in rebuttal. Now, as moderator, I have been given the job to make sure that each candidate responds to the questions thoroughly within the 2-minute time frame. The League has instructed me to interrupt you if I think you are not doing that, but I know you are veteran debaters both, and you will do that just well. League members on the front row will be holding up time cards. If you hold up the time cards, you can see how many minutes you have remaining. I'd like to introduce now my colleague at News Channel 5, Vicki Yates, who will be handling the questions from the audience. Vicki, glad to have you with us tonight. We'll now begin with the candidates' opening statements, starting with Congressman Ford. Congressman?
Ms. Clark, thank you. I thank the League of Women Voters. I thank this great university and Channel 5 for hosting this evening. And everyone in Nashville and the greater Middle Tennessee area. This week, this campaign got off on a wrong turn. And it seems appropriate that we're here at the Blair School of Music. Hopefully tonight we can strike a better, more hopeful, and more positive note. America is by far the greatest experiment in nations who have ever existed. Because of our existence, so many around the globe have been able to look to us as a model, as an example of freedom, liberty, and democracy. So much of what we do not only is recognized and admired and modeled around the globe, but I dare say future generations depend on us here to get it right as well. Over the last 6 years, we have seen a United States government and a Congress and Senate follow and pursue a path that frankly has benefited not enough Americans, nor has it advantaged our future. We find ourselves in 2 wars, 9 countries possessing nuclear weapons, 40 more wanting them, a budget deficit that is out of control, borders that are broken, kids needing to learn, nurses and small business owners wondering how they'll pay for health care. What I hope to do tonight is to lay out a positive vision, to lay out how we can balance our budget, chart a new course, a changed course in Iraq, and find ways to ensure that the great legacy issue of my generation, finding new energy sources to ensure that no 12, 13, or 14-year-old child living today will ever have to travel anywhere around the globe to protect my oil appetite. I want to change that, and tonight I hope we get an opportunity to talk about it.
Mayor Corker.
Well, thank you, Chris. I am too thrilled to be here with my beautiful wife, Elizabeth, and Julia and Emily. We lived here for 4 years in the middle 90s, and I loved being here with my family and coaching soccer and basketball. I wasn't much of a coach, it didn't take, but I was a great cheerleader, and I loved being with them. I'm loving being back with you here. You know, I've lived a Tennessee life. I grew up here in Tennessee. Started working when I was 13, went to public schools, graduated UT and saved $8,000, and went in business and saw what it did when people moved up through the ranks. Saw a community problem in my city and led the creation of a nonprofit where 10,000 people have had housing as a result. Came here to Nashville and worked with people on both sides of the aisle. During that time, we brought the Titans to the state, working with our mayor, kept HCA in state when Rick Scott wanted to take it away. We did things like welfare reform, where we took our rolls from 96,000 down to 57,000 almost overnight. I later was able to serve as mayor, one of the greatest privileges of my life, to work with people one-on-one. And there we streamlined our city's government. We have the lowest property tax rate since the 1950s, brought in $2 billion worth of investment, lowered violent crime by 51%, and used teacher incentives to drive up educational achievement, something that was unique, but it worked. I feel like that in many ways I've lived my life to be here tonight. I've learned working with people about bold vision and bringing people together. I really have lived a life here, and while I feel like I helped shape a city and a state to some small degree, it has shaped me into the person that I am. And I want to take that to Washington, and I want to chart a constructive course for our country. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and I look forward to talking to you about what I want to do in the United States Senate.